to paraphrase Winston Churchill, they are a myth in an enigma, in a conundrum, because they've not been to Blackburn for at least a decade. I think it was following a fan throwing a snowball at one of the Venkys, and they said, well, we're none of this nonsense. We don't have this problem in Delhi. And therefore you've got to ask yourself the question, what were the motivations for buying Blackburn Rovers in the first place? I mean, there is the legendary fact that they didn't know that relegation existed, so therefore they thought that they were acquiring a Premier League in a forever Premier League. But when I talk to people who have connections with Blackburn Rovers, they've said sort of historically, you want £1 million a month, here's £1 million a month. They've been quite good. That's become more difficult over the course of the last 2 years because of domestic challenges that they have. Though my understanding is that they are now committed to paying around about £4.5 million over the summer months. That's simply to keep the lights on, though. That's to pay the wage bill over the course of the summer months. And they're trying to get an arrangement now with the Indian tax authorities and with the Indian court authorities, which means that they don't have to get a court approval before they can send money to the UK, as has been the case over the course of the last 2 seasons. So they have been cutting things to the bone. They've lost the women's team as a result of that, and I think that's a shame for A, the people involved, and B, for the opportunities for the women's game to grow in Lancashire. So yeah, it's messy as far as Blackburn is concerned. Why has nobody bought the club? I think we could also be entering sort of Chancery territory in the sense of what the owners think Blackburn's worth and what the market thinks Blackburn are worth are far apart. The Venkys have lost £200 million since they acquired Blackburn Rovers, and they probably want to get a bigger chunk of that back than realistically a sensible prospective buyer would be willing to pay.